Today we will see very important concept, that is virtualization. Before going to the virtualization concept, we will have a few points regarding previous concepts. We know that emerging technologies includes grid computing, virtualization, cloud computing, IoT, Internet of Things, green computing, machine learning, artificial intelligence, Web 3.0. All these concepts are come under emerging technologies. We started with artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a branch of a computer science that always tries to imitate the human behavior. It may be communication, hearing, seeing, or anything. Next one. Artificial intelligence is completely man-made system. Its level of activity depends upon programming ability. A machine can imitate the human being in the terms of dancing, in the terms of understanding. Some other machine may perform activity in the terms of scanning. Artificial intelligence is a technology which makes machine intelligent. We have several controls and risks associated with artificial intelligence. And then machine learning. Without explicit programming, a machine is going to adapt to the new situations is said to be machine learning. What is that? Machine learning. That is called as adaptability. New category of elements can be supported without explicit programming. So, expert systems, neural networking, fuzzy logic, all these are examples of machine learning. Next concept is bring your own device. Bring your own device is a concept that allows the employees of the organization to carry their own personal devices to the workplaces to make the workplaces flexible and productive. We have advantages of bring your own device and disadvantages or limitations or risks or threats associated with BYOD. It may be network risk, device risk, application risk, implementation risk. Advantages may be happy employees, flexibility, productivity, less cost, investment cost, maintenance cost will be reduced. Later, we have a concept called cloud computing. Cloud computing is a method of sharing the services, storage, network, infrastructure, hardware, software, data, anything on demanding services with the help of internet on a pay-per-use basis. We have characteristics, advantages, limitations. Scalability. According to the requirement, you can increase or decrease the number of resources needed. Whenever need arises, we are going to access the resource called on-demanding resources. We are going to pay only for the resources which are actually utilized, pay-per-use basis. And then, according to the user requirement, sometime you may assign the physical resource or virtual resource. That means here the same resource can be shared by multiple number of users is said to be multi-tenancy. Next one is, even though failure occurs, failure is going to be isolated, work is migrated to other, is said to be resiliency. And then, workload movement, cost and resiliency considerations, work is migrated to within the cloud or across the cloud or across the data center. Any device, any location accessibility will be provided. That is called characteristics. Globalize the workforce, reduce the capital investment, more productivity, less training, anywhere access, unlimited data storage, can be accessible to all users, all cloud community users is said to be advantages. If internet connection is lost, the total connectivity to the cloud is also lost. Even though cloud provides you security concerns exist. It is not at all safe to keep the entire data of the organization with a cloud service provider. And then deployment models. We have 4 categories of cloud deployment models. If a cloud that exists for only one organization is said to be a private cloud, which is expensive one. Scalability is somewhat less. Security is high. Later, we have a cloud environment, what you call, it's a public cloud that is commonly provided to all general public without any restriction on a pay-per-use basis using internet. Public cloud is also called as external cloud. Private cloud is also called as internal cloud. Both the clouds are combined together to form a cloud environment called a hybrid cloud. What is that? Hybrid cloud. A cloud infrastructure which combines both internal and external is said to be hybrid. Later, we have another element, what you call, it is a community cloud. A private cloud is shared between 2 or more similar community organizations is said to be community cloud. Next one, various cloud service models. NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology, have developed a service model that is called as software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service, instances of services and other service models. Pertinent issues related with the cloud, threshold policy, hidden cost, network risk and so forth. Now move on to a concept called virtualization. See, virtualization is nothing but, carefully observe, a method of, here we have a physical resource, it may be anything, any resource, a method of creating, deriving, constructing, abstracting a logical resource, extracting a logical resource from available physical resources is said to be a virtualization. We know that virtual memory is completely imaginary memory area that is supported by some operating systems. Virtualization is nothing but creating, deriving, constructing a logical resource from available physical resource. Here, this concept is called as virtualization. Let us go through one example. For example, I have a Windows operating system. That is Windows 10. If I install a BlueStack in a Windows operating system, this BlueStack look like this is installed with the Windows. This is Windows is a physical resource. BlueStack is a logical. Here our computer system look like Android, but it is not Android. Instead of Windows operating system, it look like Android. This concept is said to be virtualization. For example, we go through some application. When you open your Play Store, see this, my mobile is completely Android mobile. This is Samsung Android. If I open Play Store, just type Windows 10 launcher. What is that? Windows 10 launcher. See this. We have an app called Windows 10 launcher. Windows 10 launcher. If you install this application, Windows launcher, automatically, see this, this is a Play Store application. If you install Windows 10 launcher, but the base operating system is Android, I will show it to you. The base operating system is Android, but if you install this application, it looks like a Windows operating system, but it is not a Windows operating system. Got it? It is not a Windows operating system, but my mobile looks like a Windows operating system. If you install virtual machines, virtual operating systems, virtual storages, virtual network, virtual devices, we have many applications are there. Which means that it is a mechanism where we are deriving a logical resource, constructing a logical resource from available physical resources is said to be virtualization. There are different forms of virtualization. It may be platform virtualization, hardware virtualization, storage virtualization, network virtualization. Hardware or a platform virtualization, storage virtualization and network virtualization. Say this, if I install this application, just it is under processing. If you install this application, it look like Android operating system. When you install BlueStack application into your Windows operating system, your machine look like Android, but that is not Android. This is called virtualization. Virtual is nothing but logical. Virtual is nothing but not real. It is totally illusionary. It is totally illusionary. Say this. Virtualization means that to create a virtual version or a logical version of a device or a resource. The device or a resource may be a storage or a network or a server or an operating system or anything. It may be a server, storage devices, network, or even an operating system. Or even an operating system. A virtualization concept is a mechanism where the framework can be divided into multiple execution paths of those resources. That means the same resource can be having more than one execution environment. I told you it provides you logical version rather than physical version. By providing a logical version of a computing resources rather than physical view, we can say that P to V transformation, I will tell you in the case of server consolidation, P to V, physical to virtual. Many physical servers will be consolidated into single logical server, or a single logical server can provide services to multiple clients. By providing a logical view of computing resources rather than physical resources or a physical view, virtualization allows its users to manipulate their systems, operating systems into thinking that a group of server is a single pool of computing resources. Pool is nothing but group or a set. So, I am running my operating system under Windows, but I can execute all of the commands under Linux operating system, which look like a Linux operating system. Execution also Linux operating system. It seems to be Linux. It is not Windows. So, here it allows, see this. Already installed this application called Windows 10 Launcher. See this. You can observe. In this case, your mobile look like a Windows. See this. Here we have my computer, recycle bin, Teams, WhatsApp, YouTube, Google, and there is a start button. If you click on start button, it consists of my computer, Adobe Scan, Amazon, and so forth, messages, brightness, everything. it look like a Windows 10 operating system. It is not physical. It is totally logical, or it is not a real. That's why we can say that virtualization is nothing but a logical component which is extracted from physical component. Here the base operating system is Windows operating system, but it look like a Windows operating system. It is not a Windows operating system. That is called as a virtualization. Virtualization. Just come to the definition. Question number 1, very important question. What is meant by virtualization? What are different applications of virtualization? Right. Virtualization means that creating a virtual or a logical version of a physical device or a resource such as server, storage device, network, or even an operating system, where the framework divides the resources into one or more execution environments. That means a method of pooling the resources and assigning the resources on a logical basis is called as a virtualization. Even cloud computing also internally includes virtualization, grid computing components. If we combine virtualization, grid computing, scalability, on demand, all these services to form a cloud computing. The core concept of virtualization lies in partitioning, which divides the physical server into multiple logical servers. For example, partitioning a hard drive is considered virtualization because one drive is partitioned in a way to create two separate hard drives. For example, if you open my computer, in this computer, C drive, D drive, E drive, all these drives are come under one hard disk. This computer associated with only one hard disk. I think that is 103, 150, 200, 300. Okay, it may be 500 GB hard disk. The 500 GB hard disk can be divided into three partitions. Is it physical or logical? It is logical. It is not physical, it is logical. That means a physical resource can be associated with a virtual component is called as virtualization. I given you an example for application in the terms of Android, or you can download BlueStack from internet and install onto your computer. It look like your PC, your laptop look like a Android operating system, not in the terms of Windows operating system. What are various application areas of virtualization? Here we have portable workspaces. Nowadays we have many storage devices are available in the terms of flash storages. For example, every mobile internally associated with 64 GB or 128 GB of data storages, or 256 or 512. And cameras, iPads, iPods, those data storage elements is said to be portable storages. Next one is portable application. See, if you want to say that an application must be installed onto the computer, then only we can say that it is a installed application. But portable applications are the applications, they are not installed into the computer hard disk. Instead, they are going to be executed from a CD or a pen drive. Without extracting, without installing some applications onto the computer hard disk, still we can work with those applications is said to be portable applications. For example, PPT viewer, C cleaners, isn't it? some other games like a Prince, Bow and Arrow. Such games need not to be installed into the computer memory. Instead, they may be executed from the pen drive. That is called as portable applications. Next one is server consolidation. I told you P to V. P is nothing but physical, V is nothing but virtual. Physical will be converted into virtual. Many physical servers will be converted into logical servers. Number of servers are grouped together, pooled together to form a consolidated elements in a virtual manner is called as a server consolidation. Disaster recovery. In earlier approach, whenever there exists a problem, whenever there exists a disaster, simply the total functioning is going to be stopped. Then we have to be reconstructed, recovered after number of days. Whereas nowadays there is a concept what you call, that is called as hot site. What is that? Hot site or hot standby. Whenever there exists a failure, immediately we are going to continue with another component. Such kind of activity is said to be disaster recovery. Classical backup mechanism and recovery mechanism requires longer duration for the construction or reconstruction, whereas nowadays disaster recovery mechanisms are concerned, whenever there exists a problem, we are going to restore the system into normal within minutes. That is called as hot standby or hot site. Virtualization concept can be used in the case of operating systems and kernel development applications. Before usage of virtualization, thorough testing, proper training will be given to the people. That means, what is a kernel? See, kernel is nothing but core of the operating system which interact with the hardware. What is a kernel? Kernel is nothing but core of the operating system which interact with hardware. Say this. Generally, user, operating system and hardware. We know that operating system is nothing but a program which provides an interaction between user of a computer and computer hardware. Whereas kernel is concerned, kernel is nothing but a part of the operating system. Kernel is a part of the operating system which directly interact with the hardware. A core part of, we have kernel, shell, applications, users, different types of shells, file management and so forth. Those elements are not needed for us. Just kernel is a core of the operating system which interact with the hardware. Hardware is nothing but physical components. We all are the users. User interact with the operating system by writing application programs. These are application programs. So virtualization can be used for various areas in the terms of server consolidation. What are applications of or application areas of virtualization? Server consolidation, disaster recovery, testing and training, portable storages, portable applications. Next, server consolidation. I told you there is a concept called P2V. Server consolidation is called physical to virtual transformation. Physical to virtual transformation. Virtual machines are used to consolidate many physical servers into few servers, which in turn host virtual machine. That itself is called as a virtual machine. Each physical server is reflected as a virtual machine guest residing on the virtual machine host itself. For example, if you type Alt L Alt L, it displays log on screen. As a user, you are allowed to, in the terms of access permissions, authorizations, you may be an administrator or a user or a guest user. So it creates you consolidation. This is called many physical servers will be converted into virtual servers. Next one is disaster recovery. I told you, in the case of classical backup and recovery policy, you need to wait for reconstruction. It may take number of days, time to occurrence of a disaster, time to recovery from the failure. There exists number of days in between occurrences and recovery. Whereas in the case of nowadays, disaster recovery is concerned that provides you hot standby. That is, virtual machines can be used as a hot standby or a hot site for a physical production server. Whenever it faces a problem, immediately another alternative component will continue to work. For a physical production server, it provides backup images that can boot into the live virtual machines. It is capable of taking workload for a production server whenever it is experiences a failure or outage. If the primary element becomes failure, automatically secondary component will continue to function. Next one is testing and training. Virtualization can give main access to, root access to, main access, root access, measure access, anything. Virtual machine, it can be very useful in the case of kernel development and operating system concepts. I told you, kernel is nothing but core of the operating system. Next one is portable applications. Without installing application onto the computer, you can deploy, we can execute application from the pen drive. For example, portable applications are needed when running an application from removable drive, portable drive, flash drive or anything, without installing it into the system's main hard disk drive. Next one is portable workspaces. Recent technologies have used virtualization to create portable workspaces on devices like iPods, USB memory sticks, etc. All these are various application areas of virtualization. I told you the first point itself, what is meant by virtualization? Explain the virtualization applications. Let us see, very important question. Application areas of virtualization. What are they? Server consolidation, disaster recovery, testing and training, portable applications, portable workspaces, right? Server consolidations. I told you, server consolidation, virtual machines are used to combine many physical servers into few servers which host virtual machines. Virtual is nothing but it is not physical. Each physical server is shown as a virtual machine. This is called P2V transformation. What is P2V? Physical to virtual transformation. Disaster recovery. Virtual machines can be used as hot standby for a physical production server in the times of server breakdown. I told you the classical backup mechanism is concerned. Whenever there exists a failure, the time takes to recovery from the failure is in the terms of number of days or months. Nowadays, critical operations are executing. No downtime is allowed. What is downtime? Failure time. No downtime is allowed. That's why even though failure occurs, immediately we are going to move on to another component that is called as disaster recovery in the terms of hot standby or a hot site. Testing and training. Virtualization can give main access, root access, complete access to a virtual machine. It can be very useful, such as kernel development and operating system concepts or courses. Anything is okay. Portable applications. Portable applications are needed when running an application from the removable drive without installing it on the system's main hard disk drive. Without installing this application onto, simply we are going to execute application from removable drives is called as a portable applications. Portable workspaces. Recent technologies have used virtualization to create portable workspaces on devices such as iPods, USB memory sticks, and so forth. These are various categories of applications associated with virtualization. Now, move on to the next concept called different types of virtualizations. What is that? Different types of virtualizations. How these components are going to be connected? Say this. Generally, we have hardware virtualization, also called as a platform virtualization, second one is a network virtualization, third one is a storage virtualization. There are different forms of virtualizations: hardware virtualization, network virtualization, platform virtualization, or hardware or platform, network or storage. Very simple. Storage virtualization is an apparent pooling of, exact pooling of different storage devices. What is that? Different storage devices. It is an apparent pooling of different storage devices in the terms of different places. See this. It is an exact pooling of various types of data storage devices. It may be hard disk or combo drive or SSD, solid state devices, different types of storage devices into a group. For the allocation is said to be storage virtualization, that is from different storage devices from different locations, different types, different abilities, different access methods. All these elements will be grouped together to form a component. What you call? It is called a storage virtualization. Next one, network virtualization. In the case of network virtualization, the available bandwidth can be divided into multiple number of partitions called the channels. Each channel is allocated for one machine, is called as network virtualization. That means available bandwidth can be divided into multiple number of partitions or the portions. From that we are going to have, that is, partitioning of bandwidth into multiple channels. Each channel is allocated for one machine, that is called as a network virtualization. Next one is, in the case of a hardware virtualization. Hardware virtualization is a virtualization where there is a hypervisor virtual machine. In this case, anything look like a real computer with an operating system, but it is not. It is a real computer with an operating system. That is called as hardware virtualization or a platform virtualization. Let us see. Different forms of or a common types of virtualizations. I told you what are they? That is three. Number one, hardware virtualization, also called as platform virtualization. Second one, network virtualization. Third one, storage virtualization. First one, hardware virtualization. It refers to creation of a virtual machine that acts like a real computer with an operating system. I told you, for example, I am running my operating system that is under Windows. If I install virtual machine of a Linux operating system, my system seems to be a Linux. If I install BlueStack, it looks like Android operating system, but it is not Android. The basic idea is to consolidate many physical servers into a logical, or many physical servers into one large physical server, or many servers into logical servers. Next one, there is a component called hypervisor. Hypervisor is going to see entire in the terms of virtual manager. Network virtualization, a method of combining available resources in a network by splitting up the bandwidth into the channels. Each channel is independent from others by using guard band. That means here this is a bandwidth. Bandwidth can be divided into three channels. Each one is independent, which is not interfering with other. There should be a guard band. In order to reduce the interferences, we have a guard band, each of which is independent from other, and each of which can be assigned to a particular server or a device on time or a real time. See this, we are creating a logical components from physical components. Storage virtualization, it is an exact pooling of, an apparent pooling of. Pooling is nothing but grouping, combining. An apparent pooling of data from multiple storage devices, even different types of storage devices. See, generally storage devices may be optical storage, magnetic storage, flash storage, electrically erasable, programmable, read-only memory, such as pen drive, memory card, memory sticks, and so forth. And they are accessed in two forms. One type of device may be accessed directly or randomly. Some other devices may be accessed in the form of sequentially. Magnetic tape is an example for sequential accessing device, whereas hard disk is an example of random or a direct accessing device. That is, even different types of storage devices into what appears to be a single device that is managed from a single location or a single console. Single console. Console is nothing but area. This is called a storage virtualization. What is that? Storage virtualization. See this. Question number 2. Explain common types of virtualization. Hardware virtualization, network virtualization, and storage virtualization. I told you, what is storage? Definition is same. Virtualization, whatever it is, it may be a storage or a network or Hardware, it is everything is related with an extraction of, extracting the logical element from physical, abstracting. Storage virtualization is described as extracting, abstracting, creating, deriving logical storage from physical storage. Storage virtualization is an apparent pooling, exact pooling, clear pooling of data from multiple devices, even different types of storage devices, into a single device that is managed from central console. It is an area where we are going to control, coordinate all the actions is said to be central console. Storage virtualization helps the storage administrator to perform the tasks of backup, arching, and recovery more easily and in less time by discussing the actual complexity of storage area network. In the case of storage area network, it is very difficult to perform all these tasks, whereas in the case of virtualization, all these components are easy. Next one is network virtualization. Network virtualization is a method of combining available resources in a network by splitting up available bandwidth into channels. What is that? Available bandwidth into channels, each of which can be assigned to a particular server or a device on time or in real time. That means exact available bandwidth can be divided into multiple number of partitions. Each partition is allocated for one machine is called as network virtualization, that is on time, real time. It allows a large physical network can be provisioned into multiple smaller logical networks, and conversely allows multiple physical LANs to be combined into larger logical network. Next one, hardware virtualization. Hardware virtualization is also called as platform virtualization. That is, for example, a computer that is running Microsoft Windows may host a virtual machine that look like a computer with Ubuntu Linux operating system. Ubuntu is some version of Linux operating system. Ubuntu based software can be run on the virtual machine. It refers to the creation of virtual machine that acts like a real computer with an operating system. It seems to be like that. It is not real. The software that creates a virtual machine and the host hardware is called as virtual machine manager or hypervisor. Like a supervisor, we have hypervisor, VMM. VM stands for virtual machine, virtual machine manager. Hypervisor controls everything by allowing several operating systems to run on the same machine without need for a source code. The basic idea of hardware virtualization is to consolidate many physical servers into one large physical server so that the processor can be used more effectively. What is a processor? Processor is nothing but a CPU. Processor is nothing but CPU. For example, virtual machine online, virtual machine Linux. See this, Ubuntu free online Linux server. Say this, we have to, see this is a Ubuntu operating system. It looks like a Ubuntu, but we are not installing it. We are not installing it. Simply, we are going to work with the server called Ubuntu once it is installed. It look like a Windows, it look like a Ubuntu operating system rather than physical Windows operating system. Just one thing, just Ubuntu. Our operating system is if you right click on my computer, then select properties, it displays you operating system. We are using Windows 10 operating system. Windows 10 operating system. So Ubuntu is a Linux operating system. Unix, we have a Unix operating system. Unix is a multi-user operating system. More than one user interact with the system is said to be multi-user. Say this. Here, this is an operating system where I can open or I can work with anything. This is Ubuntu. This is LibreOffice, Excel, PowerPoint. In the case of our computer, we call it as Windows Word, but whereas Ubuntu is concerned, that is called Ubuntu desktop element here. This is a desktop element. These are settings, logout, saving, image and internet connectivity, internet. All these services are available from, consider this is a terminal. This is a terminal. If I open a terminal, see this is a Linux operating system. This is not a Windows operating system. If I type ls here, ls is nothing but listing of a file. Cat, or if you say date, it displays the date. Time, it displays the time. So any information can be displayed. Cat greater than Ramu. This is Ramu working with Linux operating system, Linux OS. When I type Ctrl Z, if I type ls, a separate file will be created. See this, this is Ramu. What is my operating system? Windows operating system. Now I am working with Linux operating system. How it is possible? This is possible through a concept called virtual machine. How it is possible? This is possible through virtual machine. For example, if you want to work with Ubuntu operating system, Linux operating system, around 2 hours of time is needed for installation. Separate server should be maintained. Multiple number of terminals are connected. Then only you are allowed to interact with a Linux operating system. But no server, no operating system, everything is virtual. Everything is online. Just this is everything is online virtual components, that is called as use Linux operating system, OnWorks Linux operating system. It look like an environment called a Linux environment. It is not a physical, it is a logical. This is the information that is in the form of virtualization. Once again, we have virtualization is a method of creating a logical resource from available physical resources. This is called as a P to V transformation. This is called a P to V transformation, physical to virtual. I given you several examples further, that is in the form of mobile phone, in the terms of a system. So in this case, there are several applications associated with virtualization. What is that? Server consolidation, disaster recovery, testing and training, portable applications, portable workspaces. Many servers will be consolidated into a single logical server or a physical server, P to V. in a classical backup and recovery mechanism is concerned, it may take maximum amount of time. Nowadays we have a hot site. Hot site provide you immediate recovery in the terms of hot standby. When the primary machine becomes unusable, simply we are going to use the secondary one called a disaster recovery. Proper testing and thorough training will be provided to the user. That can be used in the case of kernel and operating system development concepts. Without installing the application, we are going to work with the application from a portable device called portable applications. Nowadays, many storages are available in the terms of portable workspaces such as iPad, iPod, etc. And there are three common types of virtualizations. Number one is hardware virtualization, network virtualization, storage virtualization. Hardware virtualization is also called as a platform virtualization. By using VMM, virtual machine manager or hypervisor, it creates a computer that looks like a real computer with an operating system. Network virtualization, the available bandwidth can be divided into multiple number of channels in an independent manner. Each channel is allocated for one machine is called as network virtualization. An exact pooling of, an apparent pooling of multiple storages, different storages into a large data storage unit, that is called as storage virtualization. I given you several examples in the case of virtual memory also. Virtual is not physical, but it look like a physical. It is not really existed. Virtual machine, that's why I given you operating system concepts. If you install with anything, it look like a logical, but it is not physical. That is called storage virtualization, network virtualization, hardware virtualization. These are various forms of virtualizations. So, as far as emerging technologies are concerned, very important question, sir. Virtualization is very important question. The total concept is based upon only the thing in the terms of P2V and consolidation. Consolidation is nothing but grouping, that's it. Physical to virtual, physical to logical. Okay. So, what is meant by virtualization? Explain different types of applications or various applications associated with the virtualization and explain common types of virtualization. So, this is the information related to virtualization. Tomorrow, we will see about grid computing.